Most people spend Good Friday at home. We spent hours chasing Lake Winnipeg at 100 kilometers down Highway 1. 24 hours, one highway, a little Icelandic town most Canadians forget exists. Gimli, Manitoba, about an hour and a half north of Winnipeg, sitting right on the shores of Lake Winnipeg. We are talking Icelandic heritage, fresh lake air, and a long weekend with nowhere to be. This is what a Good Friday road trip looks like when you actually leave the city. Stick around because the drive up, beautiful. What happened when we got there? A little unexpected. We rode into Gimli just before noon, and here's the thing about Gimli on Good Friday: a lot of stuff were closed, which honestly adds to the charm. The town is quiet, the streets are wide, and you can actually take your time to walk around or drive around without fighting summer tourists. Gimli is a unique place. It was settled by Icelandic immigrants back in the 1870s, and they called the region New Iceland. You can still feel that heritage everywhere in their street names, the signage, the architecture. You can feel that, their pride to this town that hits you the second you step out of your car. And over there is the Lakeview Resort, one of the famous resorts here. We didn't go there, but yeah, that's what the resort looks like. I'm guessing in summer that resort will be buzzing. So this is the scenic view arriving the lake area and the border. It's a little bit overhead, but this is just what it looks like from a distance. You're gonna see it clearly when we step out of the car, but it's such a scenic view, guys. So when we arrived and found a parking spot, we started exploring the town. Honestly, there's just something about this little town on Good Friday. Yes, a lot of shops were closed and some of the attractions were also closed, but it meant that we get to experience the town in a different way. You see it without the summer rush, which, by the way, don't get me wrong, is still amazing to come in summer. But, without all that rush, without the festival crowd, you just get to experience it as a place where people actually live. You can feel that sense of pride that they have in their town, experiencing it without all that crowd. Anyway, so we made our way down to the Gimli Beach, and even in late April, with the water still cold enough to remind you that this isn't Hawaii, the beach is beautiful. The sand stretches out, all the way. Lake Winnipeg does its thing here, and you get that feeling of, it's the summer just around the corner. But this is Manitoba. Spring, it's coming slowly, but it's coming. Manitobans will understand that feeling of spring is here, but summer will still come. Something quick I would like to mention, there's something about these neighborhoods in Gimli that I like. They're just old houses, historic things, mature trees. People actually know. It feels like everybody knows everybody here. It's kind of that community feel. And by the way, this is the Seawall Gallery. Just, this wall is designed with historic pictures and stories. It's a wall that tells 1,000 stories. How you doing? Good, nice day today. And this is our spectacular harbor. In the summer, ships park around here. Oh, the sea. For your safety, please do not sit or stand on the seawall. I'm guessing during the summer, this is to see what this looks like in the summer. During proper summer. The Gimli Harbour is honestly one of those spots that don't get enough credit. You have this long stretch of waterfront, boats sitting in their slips, and Lake Winnipeg just opening up in front of you like an ocean. And I mean that. On a clear day, you cannot see the other side. The lake is that big. I wonder what's down there. Being here on a Good Friday meant that the commercial fishermen weren't running, so the harbor was calm, almost very quiet, but in a good way. Just the sound of the wind of the lake. If you've been grinding all week, this is a good reset button. I particularly like this painting. So the painting runs, you guys remember, we came all the way from the home, so it goes all the way from there down here. So there's still some of the paintings. So this one says reproduced by Alec Baldwin, September 9, 17. Oh, look at that. So we are here on Good Friday. There are still other people here. Fish here. And there's a boardwalk area here that is just perfect for walking and just taking it in. You can see the other person has the same idea, not crowded at all. Just a handful of people enjoying a long weekend in the right way. No phones, no rush. Well, except me because I'm filming everything. But anyway, that's kind of the job. Lake Winnipeg has this energy to it that's just hard to describe on camera. It's massive, it's moody, and in late April, with the ice just gone and the water still ice cold, it feels almost wild. This isn't a resort lake, guys. This is a Manitoba lake. There's a difference. Says not all notarized persons allowed on board. It's a registered not-for-profit charity founded in okay, I'm guessing this is the organization that maintains everything aquatic life and presence here. It's also important to note that as a registered charity, they coordinate scientific research on Lake Winnipeg and also provide like unique onboard opportunities to educational institutions. And then you have this point when you get here that says due diligence and caution must be exercised past this point. Basically, you are not encouraged to go past that point, which makes sense because you can't even see anybody. So yeah, if you visit here, you're encouraged. But I'm guessing they're ice fishing. And we are back to the FYI. This is water. The summer boats back over there. And I think we might see maybe one of the cars driving that water, but yeah, this is all water. This particular painting is called Lady of the Lake. Lady of the Lake. Oh. Look at this one that says for those who served. Oh, it's beautiful. And this is another historic painting, 1875. Welcome 1925 Gimli Park. I'm not sure what the dates are, but it looks like perhaps the dates that this settlement, the Icelandic people settled here. As I mentioned previously, remember Gimli is an Icelandic settlement here in Manitoba, meaning that most of the people who live here have their forefathers who came from Iceland. So all the Icelandic references all over the city. So main dog Gimli. So that's the Gimli Art Club over there. Unfortunately, it's closed today. As expected, it's Good Friday. Okay, so now we need to eat. We are heading to a place called Kris Fish and Chips. Apparently, this is a very Gimli thing. Anyways, we are in an Icelandic heritage town. Let's go check out the fish and chips. It says fresh per crew. I don't know what the name of this restaurant is, but we are just going to check it out to see. Apparently their specialty here is fish and chips, so let's go check it out and see. So inside the restaurant there is a small display of currency from all over the world. The restaurant has a boutique feel, meaning that it's small but has this personal touch to it. Guys, let me know in the comment section if you see the currency from your country here. What the restaurant looks like. For privacy reasons, I'm not gonna flip the camera in a 360 just because there are other people here who might not want to film. But yeah, this is just what it looks like. And our chips and fish has arrived. So at first glance it looks good. So let's see what it will taste like. Ketchup. Alright guys, so we have finished the fish and chips. It was nice. It met my expectations. I wouldn't lie, it was nice. I didn't film myself with it because why would I? But yeah, it was nice. Anyway guys, so we'll be heading up to the next location. I don't know where it is, but I'll let you know when we get there. By the way, guys, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscription button. These are just little ways to support the channel. And if you are just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Zini, and let's head up to the next location. So off we go. Oh yeah, the residential part. That area is more like the downtown.
Yeah.
Residential area. It's a very tight-knitted small city. rather a town. And we are approaching the famous Viking statue. Okay, and we are here at the famous Viking Park. So I'm not surprised that there is a park dedicated to a Viking warrior. This thing is massive, like genuinely massive. It's a full-sized Viking warrior, helmet, axe, the whole look, and it just stands there staring at Lake Winnipeg like it's daring the water to try something. The detail on this thing is incredible. Whoever commissioned this was not playing around. There is a reason this is the most photographed spot in Gimli. You cannot walk past this and not stop. It's one of those Manitoba landmarks that feels genuinely earned, and it fits the town. It fits its history, it fits its vibe, and the whole place. The park itself in summer is well maintained, lots of green spaces which you obviously cannot see right now because it's covered in snow, but lots of green spaces, some historical information about the Icelandic settlement, and it sits right between the harbour and the town. Easy walk, no driving required, but you can drive if you still want to. Honestly, a perfect spot to stretch your legs after that highway drive. What I actually appreciate about this town, Gimli, is that they've very much leaned into their history instead of trying to be something they are not. Every town in Manitoba has a story. Gimli just tells theirs louder than most. Okay guys, so that was it. A quick tour of this beautiful small town, Gimli. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and like I would always say, you know what to do. Hit that subscription button, and I'll see you again in my next video guys. Bye.